cool. School of Rock is about this guy named Dewey Finn, played by Jack Black, who is in this band. He's a total slacker, a real loser. He's over enthusiastic with this band, but
loves and is good at guitar.
Is really good at guitar, and is just like he's like too overzealous. That's really his chief sin, is that he's way too into it. And so he gets kicked out of his band unceremoniously and is in a depression when his roommate and longtime friend, played by writer Mike White, named Ned, comes to him and is like, "Hey, you owe me rent." This is at the behest, I suppose, or at the prodding of his very overbearing girlfriend, played by Sarah Silverman. And he's like, "You need to pay me some rent." And Dewey is like, I've been mooching off you for years and you've never had a problem with it once. He's like, "Well, it's time for you to grow up." You
real stand-up guy.
Yeah. I love that he's so honest with him.
Yeah.
And so Dewey tries to sell guitars. He's like lying, fabricating about his guitars being able to they were played by Hendrix or whatever. And then randomly one day while he's at home trying to like make some money, he gets a call. His roommate and longtime friend Ned is a substitute teacher, a professional substitute teacher.
Tell us Ned's last name.
Ned Schneebly is his last name, Ned Schneebly. And so he gets a call from a school, and Dewey says he's not home, and they're like, "Well, we need him to substitute. It's an indefinite position. We pay this much a week." And Dewey's like, So he pretends to be Ned. He shows up at the school and has no credentials for has no idea how to teach these children. And is like totally slacking off at teaching these kids. This is at a private school. And
Sybil texted me and said, "What do you think Dewey is short for?" And I said, Dewart.
Dewart Finn?
Dewart Finn.
Dewart Finnegan is his full name, and similar to the way Thomas Jacob Black shortened his name.
Take the first name off, shorten the middle, keep the last name.
So his name is Rembrandt Dewart Finnegan. So Dewey takes this role as a teacher and is not qualified, and then he's teaching at a private school, and so these kids are like overachievers, like really used to, very privileged kids. Their parents are paying $10,000 a year.
$15,000 a year
for them to attend this school
per kid.
And so like he's slacking off. He hates being there. And then one day he hears these kids playing music. And the thing was, with his band, they were about to compete in Battle of the Bands before he got kicked out. So now Dewey kicks up this idea to teach these kids how to play in a rock band so that he can compete with them at Battle of the Bands and take the prize away. There's not like a specifically revenge bent, but you get this idea that he's like, this is my way back in to the world of rock. And so the plot carries that there's all of these different children who I'm sure we will talk about in depth, and they all have different roles. He gives them all different roles in the band, teaches them how to play, teaches them how to rock. They all have like their own problems with their parents or with their with feeling judged, and he helps them work through their self-confidence, feeling like they don't belong, or they're not good enough, or cool enough, or they're too fat or whatever.
The Asian kid.
And so then, long story short, Dewey gets found out eventually, of course. All of the parents.
He says some very unfortunate things.
Yeah, we will talk about it. There's a parent-teacher conference. Dewey gets found out because he was honest with Ned, and Ned caved to his girlfriend. And so Dewey obviously gets fired, but the kids love Dewey so much, and they were so excited about this rock band project that they they hatch a plan to go pick up Dewey and compete at the Battle of the Bands. They're going to do it anyway. And they go and they compete and they do not win. But
They get an encore.
they get an encore, which who?
like a classic rock band encore.
Yeah. They so ultimately they win the day. The movie ends where Dewey is now running a sort of music education program out of his old apartment called the School of Rock, where he gets to rock out with these kids every day and teach kids music. It's so feel good and very, very fun. And that's the School of Rock.
It's good.
Yeah. That was under 15 minutes.
Yeah, definitely under an hour for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
If y'all watched the last one.
And there are scenes. It's nice because there are scenes worth picking apart. There's some characters worth picking apart, but
And there's some like themes that continue to persist
yeah.
despite themselves.
So I think the thing that's worth mentioning about this movie that is a really important piece of context is that this movie is directed by Richard Linklater, an all-time independent film, like Austin independent film icon, kind of right there alongside. I mean, he's like coming up alongside like Robert Rodriguez and people like that. But this is the dude.
Jarvis,
that made,
do you know who Robert Rodriguez is?
I call him Bobby Rod.
Bobby Rod. Do you know what he made?
He made my day.
Okay.
When
Made
you
My
watched
Days.
Spy Kids?
Yeah. That's Robert Rodriguez. That's not
That's
Richard
not the same.
Linklater. There's an
Yeah,
important
it's Robert
distinction.
Rodriguez.
Very different filmmakers, but they're coming up around the same time in the independent scene in
And Robert Rodriguez is
Austin.
He's an Austin local or San Antonio local?
I don't remember if he's from Austin or San Antonio locally, but he's in the area.
Yeah, I
'Cause
remember
even think-
learning about this and being like, oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think Linklater is even from closer to Houston, actually, but he was going to school in Austin.
I was gonna say if it's Austin or San Antonio, it's soon to be the Metroplex anyway, so it don't matter.
for sure. We're growing together.
Cut the middle.
We're growing
San
together
Marcos.
like Dave Franco and Allison Brie in that one movie that they're about to make together. I think it's called Together. Do you
Whoa.
know that that's what that movie's about? They're a
No.
married couple who is like codependent, and it's a horror movie about them like literally starting to fuse into one person.
That's
It's so
crazy.
cool.
You want to know what other weird premised movie I'm excited to go see? Friendship.
Oh, dude, I am so stoked for Friendship. I love Tim Robinson.
So excited for Friendship.
Very excited.
We
Anyway.
we should go see that movie together, Travis. It's about adult men making friends, and it's apparently a horror movie.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of, and I think we should do it. Is I Love You, Man.
It is. It's very
like that.
comparable to I Love You, Man.
I love that movie. So
Yeah.
good. Paul
Big,
Walker.
big fan of that movie. That's an iconic movie for me. Yeah. But so Richard Linklater is like an indie movie darling. This is the dude that made like Slacker. He made Dazed and Confused. He made the Before trilogy. Is like a really important director, and he's making like a studio comedy, like a. Oh,
The After trilogy.
I don't know what the After trilogy is. Oh,
Whoa.
no.
Harry Styles fan.
No. Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Before Midnight. Yeah, that's definitely not true. So kind of like
Is your fanfic problem becoming a problem?
oh
You told me about this.
yeah. There's a lot of that. Yeah. There's a lot of this fan fiction
Hard-headed.
turns into actual book that they just totally change everything about it, but keep all the yeah. The love happy today. We're recording this on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, boys. I haven't said that today, but
May the 4th be with you.
But there's a book called The Love Hypothesis that is Star Wars. It's Star Wars fan fiction.
yeah.
Kylo
Have
Ren-
you read it?
No, I have not read it. I should.
She read it.
I love Allie Hazelwood. Yeah,
You have to read it at
Tangent.
least once because Allie Hazelwood is so easy to read.
I'm a big
like,
Kylo Ray shipper, so
Oh no, you'll love it then.
Okay,
like
great.
it's so sweet and it's all set in like an academic. Sorry, this is very off topic. It's an academic based romance novel, and that's her whole thing is like STEM romance because she herself is a scientist. She's
women in
I think
STEM.
she's a
Women
doctor.
in STEM. Yeah.
It's awesome, hot. It's great. You will love it.
Okay, yeah. You know I love kissins. No, it's great. So Richard Linklater is making this studio comedy, like which he has no quote unquote no business making.
Yeah.
So
For Paramount, no less.
for Paramount, like a major studio, which is really really cool, and I think it shows in some big ways.
I agree.
Yeah.
And for our editor, that's me. And that's School of Rock. Now we can move on to the last part, which we go in depth and talk about things.
Oh, there we go. Okay, good. And then we can switch.
That's
things
just
around.
so when I'm editing, I can scrub through and then hear and that's that. And I go,
Yeah, perfect. And cut. Cool.
but
yeah.
I did it twice, so I'm going to be confused.
Hey, you.
How'd you like that episode? Did you like it?
You like movies? You like this one?
Do ya?
You should subscribe to this
Yeah,
channel right
like
now.
Also, as well.
Yeah. You got friends? Yeah, you do.
Do you? Hopefully.
Show it to them.
Prove
Show
it.
this to them.
Prove it. Prove it to us. You got friends.
There's other videos to watch too. Why don't you watch those if you're so cool?
Yeah. Prove you're not a bot. Leave a comment.
Nerd.